things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. I had a conversation with one of my friends who trades tens of millions of dollars in bonds. And as a bonds trader, they have a pretty good idea on what's going on with interest rates because their whole career is dependent upon it. Nonetheless, he anticipates there's going to be another rate rise in July and probably another one in August. So what does this mean for you and all of us out there that are suffering with mortgages and what's going to happen going forward? Well, first and foremost, I had one of my investment properties come off a fixed rate of about 3% and it's going up to 7.5. So that's pretty significant. I know a lot of you are going to be facing that, but you don't have to take that rate rise that the bank is giving you. You can actually go back and fight and say, listen, I want a discount. And if you do, the chances are you will. Also, a lot of banks now or some of the banks are starting to change their policies around refinancing. The majors are, rather than giving you a 3% buffer, so if you were to go and, if the interest rate's about 6%, they go and assess you at about 9%. Now, some of them will actually assess you with a 1% buffer. So rather than assessing you at 6, it's 7. So that means you're not going to be, rate locked. The other question is for a lot of you, some of us are, bought properties, we're in the market and we're doing things, but some of you out there are thinking, well, I haven't actually got into the property market. Is now a good time to be buying? Here's a shameless plug. If you read my book, we talk about this. By having a look at what's happening in the economic environment, it gives you an idea on how to buy, when to buy. Is it a buyer's or a seller's market? Now, depending on where you are in Australia, the pendulum swings from the buyer to the seller. Now, some markets are very, very strong. The Sydney top end of the market, it is very much a seller's market. The market is growing, there's a lot of growth, so the buyer rests with the seller. In other parts of Australia, it is a buyer's market because there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, and we're not seeing a lot of price growth. So it's actually a buyer's market. The other thing that you want to consider in all of this is, whilst there's a lot of fear, uncertainty in the market, is it a good time to be buying? Probably, because we're not going to see interest rates rising forever. At some point, we're going to hit a ceiling, and once we do and they start to decline again, consumer confidence is going to come back, buyers are going to start coming back into the market. Anyways, it's probably a bit too early for some of you, but others that are out there, for the brave few, now may actually be a good time to get out there and buy some real estate. If not, get out there and read this book. Tell me what you think.